first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma grow that cash to my money.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And the Minnesota Vikings. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Lloyd. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
To throw on third down. Lloyd into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jair Alexander, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Third down pass. So excellent starting position here for the Vikings. And now will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
I know you saw in your email that the ballots will be coming in after this week's games for league MVP. You've got a vote, I've got a vote. We're getting ready to see a closing argument in this one, though. Can he lock it down?
Week 17, the last act. We're not supposed to say who we're voting for, but I can say this. He's in the stadium right now. So there you go. There's my hint.
There's your hint right there. I'm going to wait until after this one is over. He's got to sway me with one more performance.
Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Operating from the gun. Schultz. Throwing right, and that's complete. Schultz, if they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Packers' 32-yard line.
They will run for the first time here with White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Off play action. Schultz. And he will score. Touchdown. You do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. A drive there of just The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He's taken down at
Next, the receivers don't spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Green Bay.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Isaiah Simmons on
a quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Lloyd, he'll run it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 93 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in the running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And you can see it's no race for the top spot. That's been decided. These guys will hope to get through Week 17 in one piece before they host a division round game in 2 weeks' time.
And I think that what they'll do is they'll be very selective about who plays in this game. All right, there's certain guys that maybe are starters, but maybe haven't played as much as other guys during the year. Maybe they still need their timing back. Other guys you're going to put in bubble wrap and put them on the sidelines and tell them we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
Offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
He's going to take another shot here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Schultz. He's going to go up top again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. 3.5 to go, 1st quarter. First down, a run with Cohen. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
The ball carrier.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lloyd. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the gun, Lloyd. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Lloyd to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Packers 3.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
High throw, but he makes the catch. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 10 catches, 97 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. It's incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Schultz. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then your defense, you're on your special teams, you've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Makes the score Vikings 10, Packers 3.
And Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And 11 at the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lloyd, the left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24 yards.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Off the play fake. Lloyd. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Brought down at the 30.
Nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he gets it to Funchess complete. Touchdown, Packers. Devin Funchess, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Thing prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
The Vikings take over first and 10.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
At the 24-yard line.
Off play action. Schultz. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, Schultz. He's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Operating from the gun, Schultz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Second and 10, we're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? To throw again, Schultz. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. From the gun, Schultz. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. We don't see too many conversions on 4th and 10, but we just did there. A gain of 14 and a first down.
At the 11-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Chase Claypool with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Here's Cohen now to return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person when it's played well and is skillful. I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Out of bounds.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards in the first.
First down, Packers.
And he completes it to Cohen. That catch good for only a couple. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. He's going to take off with it. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. To throw on 2nd down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Lloyd. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
First down. Schultz escaping the pressure right. And he lost the football. And the Packers bring it up. And they have possession. And they have it at the 38-yard line. And partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
The open man here, Renfro. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. Yeah, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out here and atone for it.
They're atone for it here on this drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
10 at the 39-yard line.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And a man, and he hits him in stride. He will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over first and 10. At their own 19.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Third down.
They'll try to run forward with Cole. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
He was taken down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's taken to the 26. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a giveaway. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
That is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown.
For the extra point.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. They'll run with White. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside deal. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We worked a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Second and 12 at the 40-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Out of the gun now on third down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Completion here to Claypool. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
47-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Ben Neiman on the tackle.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second down at the 43.
On second down now, it's White. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 11.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not,
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
To Hunter Renfro. A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Look at the spin.
Balance.
Opening, and there he goes. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 6-yard line.
Runs it on the option.
Well, you know, most quarterbacks, when you talk about their big playability, you talk about the arm, but this, an absolutely huge play with a leg.
And also with his mind, because he had to see this play develop in order to make the decision to keep it and run, and how about him looking up and seeing the C's part for him once he got past the line of scrimmage. My first thought, I think he can go all the way, and I'm trying not to take over. Your call of this play, partner.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Lloyd, touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
46.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
4-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Za'Darius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around the sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Second and goal from the 1.
Second and goal.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Chase Claypool, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
24.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now he'll pull it down. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
Brings up second and a yard.
Looking to throw on second down. Will find the Gore complete. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play. First down, Green Bay.
From the gun, Lloyd. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
A loss of 5 yards.
That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Throwing on third and long. Lloyd. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
We gonna do what we do.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Throwing on third and long. Lloyd. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability though to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Boy, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Now they run the option on second down.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
The tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The Vikings send out their punter. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Here's Cullen now to return.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. Operating from the gun. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. Now he's into the clear. Past the 20.
Oh, you ain't got no feet.
And that might just submit him. A return for a late touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here's Cullen now to return.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 23.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing again. Lloyd.
He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, Lloyd. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, They're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Trying to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming. Get it to your body and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
This throw caught right around the 6. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. To throw on 2nd down. Lloyd, he's got his man on the crossing route. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. On 3rd and 2, Lloyd. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete. Isaiah Simmons there.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Packers, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.